Hey guys, it's Elena and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be reviewing some of 1UP Nutrition's products that I have been taking for a while now, and I've just decided that I wanted to review some of these products so that I can let you guys know how I feel about them, how they taste, etc, etc. And for those of you who have any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave them down below and I will answer all of them. But let's just get into this video because I don't want it to be super long. Alright, so first we're going to start with the sample pack because that's the first thing that I ordered from 1UP Nutrition when I discovered them. So the sample pack is $14.95 and you get to choose 5 samples, and then you get an additional 5 samples for free as well as 6 ebooks. So you get a free shaker. Here's one of the shakers, and it does come with this bottom here that just screws on here. You can put your protein in here. So for example, here is the cup with protein in it. I just had it in this little bag because it's for my other cup. In here is the pumpkin spice whey protein, which is actually really good. They just came out with it, but I'm not reviewing it in this video because I haven't been drinking it for that long, but the taste is really good, so I guess I can technically review the taste. But anyway, these cups are literally my favorite shaker cups because it has a different mechanism than your regular blender bottle. So when you open this, I have my protein in here that I'm currently drinking, so it has this, I don't know how to explain this little mechanism here. I don't even know what the name of it is called, but as you can see, it has like little triangles and stuff. And basically, when you shake up your protein in here, it's not clumpy or anything at all, which I was a little skeptical of this when I first got it because I was like, how is that going to break up my protein and mix it into my almond milk? Because it's not like a whisk ball, like the blender balls that, you know, they work through it and like mix it together, but it works amazingly, and I actually prefer this over blender balls now because it's just, I kind of hate the sound of the blender ball in here like every time I drink, so I prefer this. And the tops are like super freaking strong, and also when it's closed, like they will not spill. So as you can hear, that is like vacuum sealed closed, like it will not spill. I literally have my bottles sometimes full of liquid in my bags and they'll be like this and like this, and it doesn't spill at all. So the cool thing about this is that you can put your protein in here like I just showed you, or you can put your pills in here. Right now I have my Multi-Go and my hormone support in here that I have to take. I haven't taken it yet. Also not reviewing that in this video because I haven't been taking those for that long to be able to review those. But anyway, I highly recommend the sample pack if you want to try some of their items because you get 5 choices of their stuff, so you can choose like their bars, which the s'mores one that I have right here is a new flavor, so it's not available in the sample pack yet, but it's freaking amazing. But we'll get to that one. But you can choose from all of the BCAA flavors that they have on there, except for the new one that they just came out with, which is passion fruit. This is how the samples will come. These are the BCAA samples, and then you can choose your pre-workout samples, and this is how it'll come. And then you can also choose whey protein samples, and this is how it will come. You can also choose the Beauty Dream, the fat burners that they have, and they'll come in little tiny pouches. If you don't choose those, I believe that they still give you those samples because they do give you an additional 5 samples that they choose. So I think that the sample pack is like the best thing that they have on their website, honestly, because a lot of these companies don't offer sample packs, which is sucky because supplements are not cheap, so it sucks to buy a full size of something and then hate it. The good thing about 1UP Nutrition is that their customer service and their return policy is amazing, so if you do buy something and then hate it, you can return it, which is awesome. So anyway, let's move on to the next item we're going to talk about. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the ISO 1UP protein. This is the coffee flavor, and it is what is currently in this that I'm drinking because it's ISO, and I just got back home from the gym. So isoprotein, I have my notes here in case anybody's wondering why I'm looking down, because I can't talk on the fly sometimes, especially when I'm talking about important things like this. But anyway, isoprotein promotes lean muscle growth, supports muscle recovery, and it improves your strength. Also, if you're wondering what the difference is between iso and whey protein, basically, to make a long story short, isoprotein is broken down finer than whey protein, so it's absorbed a lot faster than whey protein, which is why it's recommended to drink isoprotein right after your gym workout, especially if you were strength training, because it'll be absorbed right away by your muscles. So there's that. Just to show you guys the scoop and everything, it's this big scoop here, and these cups can hold the whole scoop of protein, which is what I showed you here. You get a lot of product in here. I've been drinking this one and my other one a lot, so I'm about like halfway out of this guy, but I do enjoy this coffee flavor because it actually does taste like coffee, and it's not too sweet at all, so I love this flavor. I love to take this right after my strength training because, like I said, iso is absorbed right away for your muscles, and our muscles need that good recovery right after a heavy lift session. The next thing that we're going to talk about is 1UP Nutrition's pre-workout. So this is an all-in-one pre-workout. I just want to say that I love, like real quick, I love 1UP Nutrition's packaging. Everything is just so nice. Like they definitely put the work into making the products, you know, look nice, and also it has all of the ingredients that you need and none of the ingredients that you don't. So in this all-in-one pre-workout that has 25 servings, it gives you energy and focus. It's a pump volumizer. It's good for performance and endurance, and this is the dragon fruit mojito flavor, which is actually really good. I prefer to take half a scoop though, which it is recommended that when you first start taking 1UP's pre-workout that you start with half a scoop because their products are so potent, so it's gonna, like, you're gonna have a ton of energy, and it's just crazy. So you definitely want to make sure that you read all of your labels and make sure that you can take this without having any problems. So that's why you should start with half a scoop. Also, the taste is a lot better if you half scoop it than if you full scoop it. I've taken other pre-workouts from other brands and they've never given me this much energy like this guy does. It actually helps me stay focused in the gym. I don't get tired and I can finish my workouts, and sometimes I can even go heavier in weights when I take this stuff, which is amazing. So like I said, it gives you energy, it helps you stay focused. Like I said, start with half a scoop because it's very potent, so you're gonna be jacked up on this stuff, which is a good thing because you want to be able to get through your workout with enough energy. Some days we just feel like we have no energy or we're just tired, but if you take a half scoop of this guy, you will be set to get through your workout. So highly recommend this stuff. I take this almost every morning before the gym, and I take half a scoop. Sometimes I'll take a whole scoop. It depends on how I feel. But yes, I do love this stuff. It does say to take it to mix with 8 to 10 ounces of water, but if I full scoop it, I put a little bit more water than that because the taste is very strong, and I don't like too much of a strong taste. So there's that. Also, I'm not listing any of the prices because right now 1UP Nutrition is having a sale, so I don't want to list any of the prices because I don't want to give the wrong information. So I'll just leave a link down below that you guys can click on and you can go to their website if you're interested. If you're a first customer, then there is a link down below for you to click on and you'll get 20% off your order. You can also use my code, which is Elena20, which will give you an additional 20% off. I highly recommend that you wait until they have free shipping because then you'll get an even better deal depending on where you live. you should wait until they have free shipping, because they always do like free shipping occasionally. So yeah, totally wait for a good deal and then stack those codes, because you want to save money, because like I said, supplements can be expensive. But the cool thing is that they have sezzle payments, so you can break up your payments into 4, which is amazing. So if you don't know anything about sezzle, I highly recommend that you look it up. It's the same thing as Afterpay, if you know about Afterpay. Moving on. Now we're going to talk about BCAAs, which I highly recommend BCAAs. I tell everybody about BCAAs. I've been taking BCAAs forever, like for years I've been taking BCAAs. I just started taking 1UP Nutrition's BCAAs like a couple of months ago though, because I had some BCAAs from a different brand. And I definitely prefer 1UP Nutrition's BCAAs over any other brand that I've ever tried, because you get 9 grams of amino acids per serving, and there are some companies that you can only get like 6.5 or 7 grams. You definitely want the highest amount that you can get, because this is for recovery. I prefer 1UP Nutrition's BCAAs because the flavor is amazing. This one is the blueberry lemonade, and it is my favorite flavor of BCAAs, and I've tried a lot of their flavors. They have like a ton of flavors, so I haven't tried all of them, but I've tried a good amount of their BCAAs to know like which ones I like and which ones I don't like, which there aren't any that I don't like yet. BCAAs is for recovery, so you want to take BCAAs right after working out in the gym, especially strength training, because this guy will help you be less sore than if you didn't take this. So that's why I highly recommend BCAAs, because it's for recovery. It also promotes hydration, so you can drink this during the gym. I drink BCAAs after my workouts when I strength train, and I'll drink some BCAAs in the morning if I'm going to do fasted cardio, because that helps you not get nauseous. So if you've ever wondered why you get nauseous when you try to do fasted cardio, which is doing cardio right in the morning without eating anything, it's because your stomach has nothing in its system, and that's why you get nauseous. But if you drink BCAAs throughout your workout fasted, you won't get nauseous, and you'll also be able to complete your workout successfully. Again, I just love the packaging. It's so pretty. Obviously, these are all of the female ones, because the men ones are blue, and the only difference between the men and the women one is that it's higher, it has higher dosage of everything. So like this one is 9 grams. The men BCAAs is like 10.5, which some women do take the men BCAAs because it's a higher dosage of amino acids, which you can do, because that's really the only difference between the men and the women stuff is the dosage of everything. Because I've looked at the ingredients, and the ingredients aren't really that different. I think there's like 1 or 2 ingredients in the women one that the men doesn't have, because we have a whole bunch of hormones. So that's really the only difference. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the vegan greens and reds superfoods from 1UP Nutrition. Now this I just recently started taking a couple of months ago. I think I started taking this in September, and I really love this stuff. The only thing is that I would highly recommend that you mix this with orange juice, because with water it's not that great tasting. This is the regular flavored. They just came out with a pineapple flavored like a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, but I haven't tried that one. I don't think I'm ever going to try that one, because I do enjoy mixing this with my orange juice, and I don't know how the pineapple flavored would be with the orange juice. If they ever come out with a sample of that one, best believe I'm gonna get it to try it. But I love this stuff, and I do highly recommend it, especially if you don't eat much like vegetables. Then this is a great supplement to take, because it can take the place of the vegetables that you should be eating. So this guy supports your immune system. It improves your gut health, it reduces bloating, and boosts your metabolism, because it has all of the superfoods and all the veggies and stuff that you need. Also, like it says on here, it's sweetened with stevia. There's no synthetic or artificial ingredients. It's dairy-free, soy-free, non-GMO, and it's gluten-free. So yeah, this guy is amazing. It's only 10 calories, so it's not bad at all. I like to drink this first thing in the morning, like with nothing in my system. I will drink this, or I'll drink it with my breakfast at work. So it just depends on the day. If I'm working, I'll drink this with my breakfast. At 8 is when I get to eat breakfast at work. On the weekends or when I'm off, I'll drink this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. I love this stuff. You guys have no idea. Oh, if you want to see what it looks like, I should probably show you. You get this little scoop, and then it's green, and it smells good. It doesn't stink or anything. I don't know how to explain the smell. Yeah, I don't know how to explain the smell, but you get a lot of product in this little guy. I know a lot of people, when they first got this, they complained about the size, but you have to remember that it's by net weight, and you do get a lot of product in here. So moving on. So the next things we're going to talk about are some fat burners. So first let's talk about CLA, because I love CLA and I recommend this to everybody. These two things I recommend that you start with if your goal is fat loss. So CLA supports your metabolic rate, premium grade fatty acids, supports lean muscle mass, and it promotes recovery and fat loss. So this is like the #1 supplement. Like if you're thinking about taking any supplements and you don't know where to start and your goal is fat loss, I highly recommend that you start with CLA and L-carnitine, because these guys, they promote recovery and they support, you know, fat loss, which is what we want. There's 120 gels in here, which will last you forever. And this is like the cheapest thing on the website. I think right now it's only $17, and regularly it's only like $19, I think, which is pretty affordable, especially with how many how many pills you're getting in here. So I highly recommend this guy. You're supposed to take 4 a day, which is 1 with every meal, and you want to take it 30 minutes before your meal. That's the best timing to take it. So that's how I take it. Excuse me. The first one though, I take in the morning, like right when I wake up in the morning. Okay, so this is how I take my CLA and my L-carnitine. When I wake up in the morning, I drink some water, first of all. I take a shot of L-carnitine, and then I take 1 pill of CLA, and this is on an empty stomach. So it is recommended that you take CLA 30 minutes before a meal, but that's just how I take my first pill of CLA, because I have breakfast when I get home from the gym. So that's why I just choose to take it right away on an empty stomach. So yeah, that's how I take it. I take my first pill of CLA on an empty stomach. I take a shot of L-carnitine, and then I go to the gym. I do fasted cardio. This is on days that I don't work, because obviously on days that I work, my whole regimen is different. So I can totally make a video about that if anybody would be interested. Just comment down below. But yep, so that's how I do it. L-carnitine is exactly the same thing. I'm just gonna read the little thing that it says on the bottle, because I feel like it just kind of sums everything that I was trying to say up really well. So it's a non-stimulant fat burner, like I said, so it helps convert fat to energy, and it supports healthy metabolism. Diet support, so it helps with appetite control and promotes fat loss. Energy, it improves your energy production and promotes performance. And then endurance, it reduces fatigue and speeds recovery. So that's why these two are like the perfect supplements to start with, because they both support recovery and fat loss. And again, like I said, if your goal is fat loss, you definitely want to add these to your regimen because of how good that they are. And I've been taking L-carnitine and CLA for years, and even when I lost I lost 40 pounds in 6 weeks, and I was taking both of those things. So I definitely feel like those helped with that, because I lost weight so quickly in a short amount of time, and I was taking those supplements. I almost forgot to talk about Beauty Dream. And I have one more product to talk about, and then we're almost done. But Beauty Dream is a fat burner, like for when you sleep. So it's a sleep aid fat burner. So it says on the bottle, I feel like I should just read off the bottle. It's a sleep aid PM weight loss support. So it promotes weight loss while you sleep. It promotes relaxation and supports deep REM sleep. So it's recommended that you take 2 capsules 30 minutes prior to bedtime. Do not exceed 3 capsules. So that's what I do. I take it as directed. I take my 2 capsules 30 minutes before I'm gonna go to sleep. And this guy, I swear, it's like the best thing that I've ever taken in my life. I have to say that this is my favorite product from 1UP Nutrition, because I have problems sleeping and staying asleep. So it takes me like 1 to 2 hours to fall asleep, which is ridiculous. And then staying asleep throughout the night is very difficult for me. I usually wake up every 30 minutes to an hour. I will wake up, and it's so frustrating because I can never get a good night's sleep. But then I discovered Beauty Dream, and this guy puts me to sleep and then keeps me asleep because it supports the deep REM sleep. So once you fall asleep, you stay asleep throughout the night. The only thing that wakes me up in the middle of the night is having to go pee because I drink so much water. Side note, it's recommended that you drink 1 to 2 gallons of water a day, especially if your goal is fat loss. You want to get that water in. So I experimented with it by not taking it and then seeing what would happen, and it didn't do anything. Basically what happened is I just went back to the way that I was before I was taking it. So not being able to sleep and not being able to stay asleep. So it doesn't affect you negatively when you stop taking it. That's that. All right, everybody. Well, that was all the products that I wanted to share with you guys today. So I do have a couple of samples of BCAAs that I've tried the flavors of, so I wanted to real quickly talk about those as well. So this is the BCAAs, which is in the raspberry lemonade flavor, which I really do love this flavor, so I bought a full size of that one. I'm going to be doing a part 2 of this video because I've purchased a lot more of 1UP Nutrition's products that I've been taking for a month or 2 now, so I'm just waiting to take it for a little bit longer before I review those products. So I'm gonna have more products in that video to talk about. I didn't talk about the bar, so sorry. This is the 1UP s'mores bars. So the cool thing about these bars are that they are cold pressed, meaning that they're not baked. So they're gluten free. There's no sucrose, I can't say that word, I'm so sorry. No preservatives and no trans fat. So you get, this one is 240 calories and 18 grams of protein, which is really good. And also, I'm not opening this right now, but maybe I can insert a picture. I think I have one. But the s'mores bar has little tiny marshmallows on top, and it's so cute and it's so freaking delicious. Like, if you love s'mores, like regular s'mores, you're gonna love this bar. So I highly recommend that you try this one. Again, like I said earlier, this isn't in the sample pack yet, but they do have a great return policy. If you end up not liking it, you can just buy the box of it, and if you don't like it, you can exchange it for a different flavor or return it. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is a really cool thing that 1UP Nutrition does, or that they don't do. So they don't hide their formulas with proprietary blends. What does that mean? So to tell you word from word, I googled it so that I can explain it to you better because I suck at explaining things. So a proprietary blend is a combination of ingredients used exclusively by one supplement manufacturer, and it is important to clarify that in most cases, the proprietary blends do not affect the overall health and well-being of the users. However, customers that have certain medical conditions or have high level of sensitivity to some ingredients should not be taking any of these supplement products. So because 1UP Nutrition doesn't do proprietary blends, they literally list every single one of the ingredients that is in any of their products and the dosage. So you know that if you're not supposed to have a certain ingredient or a certain dosage of something, then you know, don't take this product. Not this one, just using it as an example. But that's what I love so much about 1UP Nutrition, is that they are super like transparent. You know everything that you're taking, you know the dosage of everything that you're taking, and you know that you're going to get good products that taste good and that work for what you need. So again, I love One Up Nutrition, and that's why I only take their products now, because I used to take other brands and just everything was a different brand. Like my L-carnitine was a different brand, CLA was a different brand, protein was a different brand, but now I just keep everything One Up Nutrition because I trust this brand, because they're so transparent with their ingredients and everything. And I love what they stand for. I love the fact that they list all of their ingredients and they don't hide anything like these other brands, because it's dangerous, you know? Like it says that, I just Googled it, if you have a medical condition and you're not supposed to take a certain ingredient and the brand hides it from you, it can be damaging to you as a consumer. So that's why One Up Nutrition is winning in my book, because of the transparency. But anyway, I'm not trying to sound like a fangirl or anything. I just really love their products, and I've been taking them long enough to where I feel like I could do this video and explain everything to you. But again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below and I will definitely answer every one of your questions. So if you're interested in trying any of their products, there is a link down below for new customers to get 20% off of your first order. And then you can also use my code if you want to. You don't have to. I do get a commission and I do appreciate it if you do use it. I've discovered different supplements that I didn't know that I needed, and then I started taking it and it was freaking amazing. So definitely stay tuned for my part 2 video, because I'm going to talk about those supplements that I'm talking about right now. So yeah, again, anything that you guys want to know more about, just comment down below and I will answer all of your questions. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. Please make sure that you like the video if you enjoyed it. It definitely does help me out, and I appreciate the fact that you stayed all the way to the end and listened to me ramble about all of these products. So have a fantabulous day, stay healthy, and I'll see you with another one. Bye.